WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
Alrighty, welcome in everybody. Thank you so much for being here. A great day we are looking at. So happy to have you here. I am your host, Alexis Bellamy. Across from me is 2 News traffic anchor Lee Jeffries. Lee, good morning.
Good morning. It's the day before Valentine's Day.
It is. Today is your Friday, February 13th, and I know people want it to be a spooky day, but it's not. It's a day full of love. We are looking ahead. A sweet day. It's the sweetest, one of the prefix to the sweetest day of the year, I guess we can say, right?
That is cute.
It is. So we are kicking things off with a look at your top 5 stories this morning. Got a full show for you, even on the day before Valentine's Day. We are following up on the efforts of the Trump administration to get rid of that temporary protective status for Haitian migrants. Now, Haitians living under TPS will be staying in the U.S. for a little while longer, and that's due to an extension of federal judge's ruling. On Thursday, U.S. District Judge Anna Reyes said, despite death threats, she's still standing by her original ruling while the Trump administration is fighting back with an appeal. One area impacted by that ruling, as we know, is Springfield, just a little bit up the road from us. And people living there have mixed reactions right now about this extension and even about this appeal. So there's no set date when TPS might end. And 2 News has actually contacted the Department of Homeland Security for comment, and we're waiting to hear back from them, Lee, on this continuing coverage.
Yeah, we've been following that one. And then in a developing story, investigators are searching for clues after a body was found in Harrison Township. Crews actually made the discovery on Neva Drive and La Crosse Avenue around 4 on Thursday afternoon. The body was found in a wooded area around 200 yards from the road. The person has yet to be identified, and the incident is currently under investigation.
And keeping on to this morning, a Preble County man stands accused of killing a woman on a motorcycle with a machete, and he has pled guilty. And he has learned his punishment. Kenneth Brabant was sentenced to 15 years to life on a Thursday. That's after he pled guilty to those charges of murder, attempted murder, and tampering with evidence in Preble County. In June of 2025, you may remember this story when it happened. 41-year-old Leah Huff was fatally hit by a machete while riding her motorcycle. This was a story that really impacted a lot of the community. It was very sad.
And then the man accused of stabbing a Butler County deputy last week actually pleads not guilty in court today. 41-year-old Philip Lovely faces multiple charges, including attempted aggravated murder and arson. Officials say he first set a vehicle on fire, and when crews responded, they say he stabbed Deputy Michael Farthing in the back as he was directing traffic. Bond is set at $750,000, and Lovely is expected back in court April 1st. Deputy Farthing is expected to be okay and is recovering from his injuries. I know a lot of the community is looking out for him.
Finally, last top story of the morning. It's a big one. As something everyone is excited about. It's really bringing people together. You guys, Buc-ee's, they're coming. They're getting closer and closer every day, every time we turn around. So we've got less than 2 months to go until that first Ohio Buc-ee's will open, and that's over in Hoover Heights. The canopies, the gas pumps, and the signs, they've already gone up at the site. If you guys have been driving by and seen it, I know everyone's getting excited. Last Friday, we know liquor permits were issued for beer, wine, and other mixed beverages at the location. And crews are adding a flashing light to prepare drivers for stopped traffic. That's how busy people are anticipating this location is going to be. It'll open officially on April 6th at 6 a.m. 2 News digital reporter Carlos Mathis has been following this Buc-ee's story since it was first announced. So for all of the developments, all of the latest information, find that story online at WDTN.com. For now, we're going to take a look at weather this weekend. It's Friday, the day before the big heart day. Everyone wants to know, I can probably tell you, even though I don't have the degree behind it, it's probably going to be a cold one, but less cold, Jamie, I think, than we've seen in like weeks and days before, which is a good thing.
Yes, we're actually in a warming trend right now. So even though the mornings are cold, the afternoons are going to be nice and cool.
Lovely. Okay, we love that. Jamie, what are your plans? What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day?
All I ask is that I don't have to cook a meal. Like if I can get away without cooking, I'm good.
That's happy. Okay,
yeah.
We'll take that.
So we have been pretty cold. The mornings, yesterday morning, we were down to 16. This morning, not quite that cold, but we were down in the low 20s. Right around 16, it says here, for the high was 34 degrees yesterday. And our average high this time of year is 40, with our average low being 24. We did not have any precipitation yesterday. It was a nice dry day. We got to enjoy some sunshine. So today we started in the 20s, but we're now already in the 30s. area-wide. We have 32 in Wapakoneta, Urbana, 34 in Springfield and Fairborn, Dayton and Eaton, both at 35 degrees. You can see all the sunshine out there right now, and this is a live look in the Trotwood area. Another thing we'll notice is that the flag isn't blowing around too much. We started the day with calm wind, and it's coming up a little bit. Generally, it's going to stay between 5 and 10 miles per hour through the afternoon. So not very breezy, and that sun will continue to help melt those snowy areas out there, along with the warmer temperatures that we're expecting today. So there's the satellite radar loop, and there is just absolutely nothing going on there. It's clear as a bell all across the area. Nice and sunny as we head into the afternoon. We'll see temperatures near 42 around 1 o'clock, and then up to 45 by 3 o'clock. And then we're going to take a look at how much warmer it gets over the weekend coming up in your forecast.
Lovely. And that's exactly what we need, is a nice warm weekend over the sweetest weekend of the year. Thank you, Jamie, for that. We'll check back in with you in just a little bit.
Well, like you said, Alexis, this is the sweetest weekend of the year. You know, love is in the air, and Green Oak Preschool in Kettering actually has a goal to receive Valentine's letters from each of the 50 states through Project Hearts across America. We're trying to get all 50 in there. Green Oak has received more than 70 cards already from 37 states. They've been reaching out to people through word of mouth and social media. They only have a little bit more to go. A preschool teacher there says they started about a month ago and will continue through February.
Perfect. Thanks, Lee. That brings us to our look at our react to that question for this morning, you guys. And can you guess that it is indeed Valentine's Day related? Let's play a little game, okay, Lee? Pretend you forgot what tomorrow is and you are the one responsible for Valentine's Day. What is your last minute go-to idea for a gift or a dinner, somewhere to eat?
See, I'm not really forgetful, especially with holidays, but maybe definitely like a thoughtful card, you know, a really long handwritten message, and maybe flowers. I mean, I love flowers.
Everyone loves flowers. I would do that. Okay. Kelly this morning, she said, when I said, I think she said gift, a gift card, because that is always
a good
saved.
idea.
Along with a nice handwritten, or a card with a nice handwritten note or message.
That's just
in it.
always so nice to receive.
Yeah, because it shows that people really care. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you do if you figure out, when you remember that Valentine's Day is tomorrow and you have done nothing? Scan the QR code and get in on the conversation. You may pick up some ideas as well. Okay, we are going to turn now to look at your day ahead. So another story that we've been talking about a lot. Homeland Security agents are investigating voter fraud or alleged voter fraud at Ponitz High School. We know that 3 agents visited the school last Monday. We brought you this story as breaking news, and we are staying on it. In fact, this morning, 2 News reporter Sartaj Singh is moving this story forward even more so. He's going to be talking to people essentially about what that happened and what will happen next potentially. Sartaj, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, and this is just a story that we're continuing to follow. You can see the video on your screen right now. Now, these are the agents that came to the school itself, and you can see showing their badges right there. We're trying to follow up on this and just really find out like more details on this. So today we're really trying to figure out, what's next in this case, because I know Dayton schools are launching an investigation into this to see, what's this all at? Because we talked to the superintendent last week, and he said that this is apparently from a program that they run to register students to vote. But he emphasized that in this program, they do not tell people who to vote for. There's no candidates that even come to pitch their case to these kids. Instead, it's just them knowing how to vote and why it's important to vote. So that's the question that's right now going on in a lot of people's minds is, if that's the case, like what's next? Because apparently the student told these Homeland Security, the Homeland Security in general, is that they were forced to vote for someone. But Dayton Public Schools says that there's no evidence that took place.
Right.
And so who are you hoping to talk to today to find out a little bit more about the answer to that question, why this is happening?
Well, I reached out to the schools to see if there's any update right now on their investigation and what comes next after this. I do have a contact with one of those Homeland Security agents that did come to the schools that I'm going to reach out to again. I reached out last week but got no response. And I'm going to try to see if I talk to a local parent, because this is something concerning, hearing about Homeland Security coming to a school that your child goes to, or even the same district your child goes to, and maybe just reaching out to maybe some board of elections or any election officials about, something like this. What do they do from their perspective What are their reactions to that as well?
And that was what I was going to ask you, Sartaj. Is this something that you've heard a lot of people talking about? Is can you believe that these 3 agents came to this school and are asking these questions? Do you think that that's something that parents are probably going to want to have to explain to their kids on what this means and why it's happening?
Yeah, I mean, because these kids are just going to school to learn. They don't go to school and they see a Homeland Security agent in their school. It's a worrying thing. And, rightfully so, having Homeland Security come to the school that your child is in. So just trying to see from the parents' perspective, what is next for them? What are they thinking about as this case continues to move forward?
Mm-hmm. Sartaj, thank you so much for coming on today. You've got a lot going on ahead of you. We'll look for more from you at First F4 today.
Thank you.
Okay, keeping on today, take a listen to this. We're continuing coverage with Nancy Guthrie, the search for her, clues in the kidnapping of Savannah Guthrie's mother, the mother of Today's Show host, Savannah Guthrie, So they are asking for people to share home surveillance footage from specific dates leading up to her disappearance. It's still unclear where the investigation stands. They've been having press conferences about every week or so on exactly where they are in this investigation. Fresh surveillance images of a masked person on Nancy Guthrie's porch the night she went missing were released just earlier this week. One person of interest was taken into custody and questioned. We know he has since been released, and we're going to keep our eye on this story as it continues to develop, as is the rest of the nation. It is 11:11. We are going to take a quick break. When we get back, we've got a longer look at weather, and we are keeping you safe. Scams are popping up all over the place. What you need to know to stay aware. We'll be right back.
2 News Now, brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the coolest winter deals for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Keep the cold out and the savings in. Give us a call now.
Universal Windows Direct.
Welcome back, everybody. We are keeping up with the 2026 Winter Olympics, and we are looking at that medal count. How are we doing? Where do we place? So listen to this. Okay, Norway is in the lead still with 8 gold medals. Italy has 6. They're in second place. And here we come in third place with 4. France has moved up some. They are in fourth place with 4 gold medals as well. We're also tied with Germany, 5th place, 4 as well. Okay, and again, we've been saying we are about halfway through, I think, we were talking about, so we do have some time. Keep our fingers crossed. We are going to bring home the gold. But for now, we're going to turn to what we have going on here at home, that weekend weather. Jamie, are people going to want to sit outside at dinner this weekend?
Maybe not sit outside at dinner unless you're in one of those, like the globes that they have.
I haven't seen those around here. Do we
those
have
are
them?
good. Yeah, they're at Kings Island.
I would like to sit in one.
There are some
They're
restaurants
cute.
around here that have them. So
I need to look.
Yeah, that's where you'll want to be. I believe Wheat Penny has like an outdoor
Foundry,
heater.
they have one.
Okay,
Yeah, so there are spots that you can
Lee,
go.
look at you. Yeah, you know.
So yeah, the rest of today we're going to enjoy sunshine. So it really looks pretty out there, but it is still kind of chilly feeling. Temperature right now is 35 degrees. We'll continue with plenty of sun, light wind, and high temperatures are going to get just above normal. Our normal high is in the low 40s, and we'll actually get a little bit higher than that. So look at our temperatures over the next 12 hours. We will get into the mid 40s between 2 and 5 p.m. today, and then we'll fall back down into the 30s as we head into our evening. So yeah, if you're heading out to dinner, it's still going to be a little bit chilly. High pressure is sitting right over Ohio. That is why winds have been very light, if not calm, and that's why we're enjoying all that sunshine. You can see it all across Ohio, back through Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky. Future track starts us off clear, keeps us that way going through the afternoon. We do see maybe a few cumulus clouds developing for the drive home at 5, but it stays dry. And then overnight is partly cloudy. We'll head into Saturday with a little sunshine between the clouds in the morning, but we are expecting clouds to increase Saturday afternoon, and it stays dry. So if you're heading out to dinner tomorrow evening, you don't have to worry about any rain until maybe around midnight. That's when we'll start to see rain chances come up, and it's mainly along and south of I-70. So north of 70, you're probably not going to get much. And even areas south of I-70, the system looks like it's trending a little bit further south, so you might not get much down that way at all. So just pay attention to the forecast as we get through the weekend. Low temperatures Saturday morning will again be in the 20s, right around 28 in most spots. And then we continue this warming trend. Our normal high, again, right around 40, will be near 50 Saturday and Sunday. Upper 50s Monday and Tuesday, near 62 on Wednesday of next week, and then back down in the 50s. But overall, we're above normal for the next several days. Today's mostly sunny, seasonably chilly. We'll have a high of 45. Overnight, we'll drop back to 28. It'll be partly cloudy. And tomorrow, temperatures top out near 50 with increasing clouds. And then we'll start to see that slight chance of some showers tomorrow night and Sunday morning. And then on President's Day, sunshine and 57, Tuesday's 58, and then Wednesday, 62 with a slight chance of a shower.
I am excited for Wednesday.
I
That
know.
looks great. Even with the slight chance of showers, Jamie, as you said.
Yeah, but even Monday and Tuesday with the sun out and upper 50s.
Yes,
that's
I
gonna
should be
feel
happy for the
fantastic.
upper 50s as well.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And it also feels like today may be a put the window down on my drive home from
Yeah,
work kind of
maybe.
vibe. I
I
said
would-
I did that yesterday and I loved it.
Yeah,
Okay,
get that fresh
excited.
air.
Thank you, Jamie. Okay, listen to this. Montgomery County has announced plans for a new job center. The center's lease is actually up soon at the end of May this year, and the county says they are reviewing potential locations for a new site. County leaders say they've been paying more than, get this, $4 million in rent each year for the current building. They say they want a new location with better technology, services, and accessibility. We know that is a key factor. The project is estimated to cost at least $40 million.
Well, that's a lot. Then we have some news over in West Carrollton. They are actually looking to expand their moratorium on marijuana. So the current moratorium is set to expire on March 30th. And the previous ruling was made because council members say rules have still not been established from the Ohio Division of Cannabis. So they're trying to wait for that. And the moratorium would extend to September 30th of this year if approved at a future city council meeting. So we'll have to follow up on that.
Yes, we will. And we are staying in that Valentine's Day-y feel, but this isn't really one of those typical love stories. This is kind of like, I guess, the other side of your relationship if you're in love. If you have an ex that has a warrant, give the Greenville police a call, because guess what? They're offering a very unique service this Valentine's Day. It'll probably last throughout the weekend as well. While they claim they cannot fix your whole love life, they can help you with those outstanding warrants, okay? So all you have to do is they just give your ex a shout out, look them up and see your ex's Valentine's location, and in turn, they'll pay them a really great visit. It sounds really fun. As a reminder, Greenville PD wants you to know love fades, but warrants don't. So I hope someone is out there taking advantage of that. That sounds really terrible, but I hope someone is enjoying that.
A nice gift to yourself.
Yeah, it's a nice gift to yourself, and it's making our guests laugh too. I love that so much. Speaking of our guest, we are going to turn now and introduce him. So the sheriff's office over in Clark County, you guys, they have been getting a lot of report after report of these suspicious phone calls. So they allege that someone is contacting them saying that they are with the sheriff's office, they need to do this, or they will potentially be at risk of being taken away to jail. That is scary at any time of the year, but especially around Valentine's Day when people have so much going on. So this morning, Lieutenant Schultz with the Clark County Sheriff's Office is here to give us a breakdown of this very specific scam that they've been seeing, and what to do if you think you've already fallen victim to it. Lieutenant Schultz, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us here today.
Thank you so much for being here. Tell us a little bit about what people have been seeing in Clark County.
So the situation that we've been running into, and I'll apologize for my voice, I'm recovering from a cold here. So the situation that we've been running into for a significant period of time, not just recently, but ongoing for a number of years, are what we call impersonation scams, where individuals will contact citizens on the phone and relate that they are a member of our agency or another law enforcement agency, and describing that these individuals have some type of business that needs to be taken care of with either us or the courts. And they will imply that the subject who is involved will suffer some sort of consequence if they don't rectify the problem that they have going on. Some of them are warrants, some of them are fails to appear for jury duty and the like. So we see a wide variety of those situations go on, and a wide variety of these scams that come in. And it's constantly an issue that we're dealing with, and we attempt quite significantly to inform the public about what to do to protect themselves in situations like this. So that's what we're seeing, and that's why we're here today, is to help do that also.
And what are the scammers hoping to get from these people? What's the information that they're asking for when they call you?
most of the scammers that we deal with are asking for or are seeking some kind of monetary gain from deceiving these people that they've called on the phone, to paying some kind of fine, some kind of bounty to avoid arrest, to clear a warrant, to remove a contempt of court in the case of the jury duty failures to appear. Most of the time, it's the financial gain that the scammers hope to achieve by deceiving these people on the phone. Occasionally, there are phishing scams where they're attempting to acquire other information, bank account information or personal identifying information, but most of the time, those scams do not involve this official impersonation type of situation.
Another important question for you. Will the sheriff's office ever call people for that information to tell them that they've missed jury duty, that they have a warrant out for their arrest? When, or if not, when would they be getting in contact with a person?
So the sheriff's office does not contact people for warrants. We do not call people on the phone and say, "Hi, you have a warrant for your arrest, and you need to come and take care of that." We just do not have the resources of time to be able to do that kind of thing. And the clerk's office with the courts is the same way. Anytime a person gets a contact from an official government agency where they have to take care of some kind of issue, that government agency will direct them to appear physically at that location where that government agency is located. So if for some reason a person receives a contact from I'll just use it as an example, one of my detectives from the sheriff's office to say, "We need you to come down and talk about such a situation, something going on," they will direct them to physically appear at our headquarters building. Obviously, the scammers aren't incorporated there because it's a government structure. So that type of thing. Or our detectives will make a physical appearance at someone's location and identify themselves properly through badge and credentials that are official government documents. What we try to tell people and what we want to emphasize the most with this, because there is a great variety of these scams, we will not ask you to pay anything over the phone. We will not contact you about this kind of thing and ask you to pay some kind of fine over the phone or make some kind of bond payment over the phone with any kind of financial backing on the telephone. We also do not accept gift cards,
Right.
or those kind of things that are typically what these scammers are trying to obtain from people when this goes on.
Lieutenant Schultz, thank you so much for coming
You're
on this
welcome.
morning and breaking that down for us. Really quickly, tell people where they can go if they need to learn more about scam risk and how to avoid it.
The Department of Commerce in the state of Ohio has information available, and the Attorney General from the state of Ohio has information available on their websites and their public-facing websites that gives people and consumers lots of good information on how to avoid scams and scammers.
Perfect. Thank you so much again.
You're welcome.
Okay, your time right now is 11:24. A quick break. On the other side, react to that responses and an exciting look at what's coming up in Living Dayton. Don't want to miss it. Welcome back, everybody. Jumping right into those react to that responses for you. We want to know what your last minute go-to Valentine's Day plans or gifts are. So Libby says, and this is probably closest to mine, favorite home cooked meal, snuggling with favorite TV shows, movie, hot tub, and bed. So that's Bridgerton for me, and maybe some Chinese food or Thai food, essentially, Libby. Good one. And Charlotte says warm blanket, dinner on the couch, and Netflix or Prime. Okay, we are all kind of on the same wavelength. I like that. Thanks, guys. Time now to look ahead at what is coming up in Living Dayton. And Grace, apparently if we don't have a pet or a Valentine already, there's a four-legged one coming in today.
Yes, our pet of the week is going to be here. Six is joining us. Like you said, perfect little Galentine. I mean, today is Galentine's Day, right? So we're going to have our pet of the week. I'm super excited for that one.
That's so lovely. Everyone needs a little fur baby.
Everybody
to roll
needs
up
a
with this
furry
weekend
friend.
at any time. You guys, thanks so much for being here and joining us. Alexis Bellamy, Lee Jeffries for 2 News, Grace with Living Dayton. We are going to see you guys on Monday. Have a great Valentine's Day. Stay safe and warm. We'll see you Monday.